For this week's discussion post, I want to go over the phonics activity Vowel Stars. So Vowel Stars is what you see on my screen right now. It is when we give a student a star, and in the middle of the star we have a word, and that word is missing its vowel. So what we need to do is we need to replace the vowels up here in the points of the star and put them in the middle of the word, and then we'll record what those words were. This helps students decode words and helps them blend sounds of letters to make new words. This activity is aligned with the kindergarten standard IELGSEKRF3, Know and apply grade level phonics and word analysis skills in decoding words. C. Distinguish between similarly spelled words by identifying the sounds of the letters that differ. So if we look at this activity, or the star that is sitting on the screen in front of you, and I was a student, I would be tasked with placing each one of these letters into the word and then writing each of the words out that it makes, and then reading them out loud, identifying that each of these vowels, when placed into this word, makes a different noise and makes a different word. So if we did, let's start with hat, so H-A-T. So H-A-T. And then I would write hat. All right, hat. Next, if we're coming this way, H-U-T. So even though they look very similarly, they make different words because of this vowel right here. So instead of hat, I now have hut. All right. And then if I was a student, I would continue on. I would bring the O into the center, and then I would write it out. H-O-T. Hot. So I now have hat, hut, hot. And then I bring the I into the center. H-I-T. Hit, which is completely different than hot, hut, and hat, even though they look very similar. And then we have het, which I do not believe is a word. But again, even though it looks very similar to hit and hot, it is its own word, and the E makes its own sound, het. So, and the same thing, if we were going to continue on, we would have dog, and then the student would just make the list of the words by pulling that vowel into the word. So we would start with the A, dag, U, dug, O, dog, I, dig, and then E, deg. Even though not all of these are actual words, it gets the point across that even though the words look very similar, and they're very similar in the way we write them, the vowels themselves change the word because of their sounds. So, and this activity would be great, especially for kindergartners who have a really hard time making those connections, that even though dog and dug look very similar and the O and the U make sort of similar sounds, that making them do something or having them do something like this activity might actually trigger in their head or in their minds that these are in fact two different words. Especially as you are writing them, have the students really exaggerate that vowel sound so that they can hear for themselves what the difference is and feel for themselves the difference in how their mouths form when they are saying each of these words. So Doug, use that sound needs to be exaggerated for those students. And dog, again, that sound needs to be exaggerated so that they can make those connections and go, well, yeah, they're definitely different words. So that was Vowel Stars, and I really hope that this was helpful. I think this is one of those activities that I would really love to incorporate into a class if I was assigned kindergarten. I think it's a great age-appropriate activity. Thank you for listening. Bye.